What's up, guys? It's another beautiful day. Another day that I get to lift. Life's good. Yeah, life's good. I got some pre-workout pizza. I tried to find the smallest piece I could possibly find. But hey, powerlifters are carb lords, so you never get enough carbs. Anyways, applesauce, rice cake. I think you know what's coming. So yeah. Anyways, today we got deadlifts. So that should be fun. So this is my posterior chain day. So I've got a 3x4 on deads, probably like RP 7.5, like I've been doing all week this week. And then I got some just pause squats. I got a 4x5 of that. So I mean, fairly heavy, but not. I don't know. I'll probably like RP 7 as well. So I work up to like 285, 295 maybe. We'll see. Somewhere around that range probably. And then I just got some rows, some barbell rows, and then other accessory work, back extensions, hanging leg raises. So yeah, pretty standard, pretty solid. But I've been debating for a little while now switching over to sumo deadlift, and I'm gonna try it a little bit today, see if I like it, because it's really, I mean, from everything that I've read and seen and heard, basically you should just do both, and then whichever feels better. I mean, that's obviously what you'll compete with. So generally I've always leaned towards conventional because I feel like it was better for training, like actually getting good at deadlifts, because it works a lot more of your spinal erectors and a lot more, I mean, it's somewhat more posterior chain dominant off the floor, I would say. But I guess I could be wrong. As where sumo is more leg drive, obviously, it's more quad dominant, more somewhat hamstring dominant, I think, and a little bit more glute dominant, but I don't know about that one. But definitely more quad dominant. So as a person that's very leggy, generally, and a person that's also like, I'm pretty short, so, and I've got like somewhat medium-sized arms, interesting enough, but obviously I'm short, so my arms are proportionally short to the average person, but for me they're actually pretty normal, if not like somewhat long. So like that doesn't really mess up my deadlift that much, but I think as my legs are short, I think it would probably benefit me to do some sumo. So I'm gonna try it out. We will see. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the workout. Alrighty, what is up, guys? We got the deadlift session today, my posterior chain day overall, and going into it, I definitely was feeling kind of on par, felt pretty energized, but also my lower back was feeling, no, it was actually weird. It was weird. It was kind of like my upper back was, I don't even know. It was like my upper back was kind of strained and annoyed. I don't even know. Earlier, oh yeah, in the video earlier, I was trying to hook grip. Yeah, no, bro, I don't see how people do hook grip. I don't understand. It just doesn't make sense. Like, how do you do that? And how does it how does your thumb not just pop out? I don't even get it. Anyways, tried doing sumo. I was just playing around with it. There I'm closing my eyes. I'm trying to figure out how it actually feel. And I mean, to be honest, it actually felt pretty good. Once I got the hang of it, I was like, okay, yeah, I could definitely see why people do this. And low-key, I'm kind of a little kind of want to do sumo, but I was thinking to myself, I was like, here I'm trying with 225 and a belt, and it also felt pretty good.
And the weird thing is, that's not weird. I was expecting this to happen, but I felt a little bit weaker, obviously, with sumo because it's a new movement, basically, right? It's a new exercise, new form, so it's not going to feel strong at first, especially compared to the one that you've been training, which for me is conventional. So obviously, my form's not perfect by any means, but for the first time ever doing it, it felt really, really smooth, and I felt like I was able to accentuate my quads, if that's the right word for it, um, and use it to like leverage the bar, and I felt really good. It felt like I was just squatting the bar up to a certain degree. It was just like I was pressing off the ground, but it felt super solid. So I definitely understand why people do it, but I was thinking, and I was like, I'm probably still going to lean towards doing conventional for now because my biggest weak point is my back. It's always been my biggest weak point, especially my lower back and my spinal erectors. They're just not. I mean, it's the main reason actually why my squat in general lags because my legs are fine. Like most of the time, it's mostly just my back that ends up giving out or like gets fatigued or stuff like that. So once I started training conventional deadlifts, I felt a lot better on that front. Anyways, here's 345. Yeah, why did I say it like that? 345. I just did straights. That's 345, 3x4. Pretty solid overall. Was really happy. I was still I felt so like tired after this session last night. I'm feeling better today, but I was just like, I can't even imagine working out this morning because I worked out on Saturday last week and it was fine, but today I would not have been able to. Bad. But yeah, solid session overall on that. I was pretty happy with that. It's so weird with deadlifts because they feel so slow when you're doing them. Like it just feels like, oh my gosh, this is like ultra slow. I'm just like tearing off the ground. Like this is terrible, and it's just like you hate it. And sometimes you love it, which is like 2 out of 3 sessions I like it, and 1 out of 3, which is like this one, I was just like, oh my gosh, what is happening? I liked one of the sets, but the other ones I was just like, I'm just gonna have to keep going because it just feels like it feels good, but it feels so ultra slow and just horrendous. But looking back at the footage, it's slow. This set is pretty slow compared to the other ones, but like it's not as slow as I'm thinking it is. It's crazy. It's crazy. The mind is insane, especially my mind. But that's besides the point. But as I was saying, I can see myself doing sumo eventually, and I might start like implementing it. I'll see if I can implement it in my program along with conventional deadlifts to like actually get sumo up to a standard to where I can accurately judge to see if I really want to do it in the competition. So I might do that, but overall I feel like conventional would be better for me in the long run because I'd be able to train my back more. At least that's what I think. My spinal erectors off the floor would be stronger, which I think is something more important in the long run. Like at this meet, sure, I'd probably lift more if I was doing sumo, and I might end up doing sumo if I figure out something else. But the thing is, like in the long run, like a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, etc., I feel like it would be better if I did conventional for the time being because it's addressing my weak points, and that's going to be more important than just the weight on the bar. Because I definitely would lift probably 20 to 30 to 40 to maybe even 50 pounds more. That's kind of pushing it, but you get what I mean. It would be like a significant difference if I got it up to standard. So I don't know. We'll see. Because I did like it. I can definitely see why people like sumo. But yeah, here's I only took one set out as pause squats to show on here because they're all like super long because pause squats. But they all felt pretty good. I think I did 285 for the first 2 sets and then 280 and then 275 because I was just getting like super tired by the end. But yeah, I do like doing pause squats. I might try doing 1.5 squats eventually or doing some tempo squats, but yeah, I might experiment with some of that stuff. Here is barbell rows, as always, pretty solid. Definitely like feel like I'm getting directly stronger because I remember when I first started doing barbell rows, I was doing 135 for, I think even 6, and it was hard. And now this is like 145 or 155? No, 145. And I was doing it for like 8 or 9 and it felt super solid. So, yeah. And then there's the back extensions. Pretty solid. It's still like a janky setup, but whatever. I still get the work in. And then on my last set of hanging leg raises here, I ended up opting to not even like touch the top pull-up bar like I usually do. And I just went to failure on this version because it's easier. And yeah, I feel my abs today. So definitely worked. So yeah, good stuff overall. Pretty happy with this week. Excited for next week. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Love you guys. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you wonderful people in the next one.